undercurrent seizes. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Madam Chair. Jackson Family of Alabama. First of all, I'm going to go through and address the points that my con speakers have made throughout the debate. First of all, they seem to think that moving these troops would do absolutely nothing. You need additional training for the troops. You need to train them in language. They don't have skills to handle these things. Well, we'll stop right there. First of all, this is the United States military we're talking about. The U.S. of A. We have the greatest military the world has ever seen, and saying they don't have enough skill to handle drug cartels? Personally, I find that insulting. Also, the military can train massive numbers of people how to be almost fluent in a language within 5 days. We have the best language learning programs of any country in the world, so that's not a problem either. Also, this is too expensive. We're moving troops all around the world all the time. How different would this be? We're moving them to military bases we already have across the border. They say that German troops need us. We're helping them rebuild after World War II. They're a deterrent to Russia. Well, and there are treaties that hold us there. Actually, that's false. There are no treaties that hold us in Russia. The only treaties that, in Germany. The only treaties that hold us there are NATO treaties. And technically, we're the United States and we can do what we want. That's a collective organization. That is a collective organization as opposed to just something that binds the U.S. So it's a collective organization. I'm sorry, the U.S. can't do whatever they want. I apologize for that statement. Also, they said that we don't need the military there. Previous delegates, and I said, I quote, a small problem such as drug cartels. Drug cartels are not a small problem. This is absurd. People are dying. Anyone can tell you that. 10,000 in the past 4 years, that is a number you can't ignore. These are American citizens. These are Mexican citizens. These are the people that are dying, and that is bad. That is more people that have died on our border in the past 4 years than the number of people who have died in the 2 wars we are fighting over the past few years. You can't ignore that number. Also, previous delegates stated that this would be the equivalent of Mexican genocide, and I have to admit I almost cried. That really hurt me, because that's not true. I'm entirely in favor of immigration. I think immigration is a great thing. This nation was made what it is on immigration, and I agree with that. I would never propose killing off immigrants as they're coming across the border. I'm talking about drug cartels that are killing American citizens. I would never think of harming Mexican families or any other families coming across our border. Also, we have the bases for soldiers. Everything is set up. All we have to do is move them there. As for Germany, we can fly our troops from the United States to any point in the world within 3 hours. That's how fast our military is. That's the power we have. Moving on, a previous delegate stated that there would only be, I think, 2 every mile, 2 soldiers per mile. Well, that's actually not true. I did the math, and 1,969 miles across the border divided by 3,000 troops. That's about 15 troops per mile, which is a lot more than the 2 that she had stated. And they don't have to link arms and line up across the border. Think about it. Would you want to come across the border when there is an entire United States land army waiting for you? Also, people were talking about how Mexico would see this as a threat considering we're putting an army on their border. Actually, the Mexican president declared war on the drug cartels. He would see this as us helping him and stopping the drug cartels. This would cut down on the number of deaths on the border, as well as the drugs coming in through the United States border. There's no reason that this shouldn't go through. This is using existing resources. We're not building anything. We already have these troops. They're already trained. They're already paid for. We need them here now. Anything going else on the world, we're reducing our military across the world. We need to bring them home. Home is where we need them. The pressing border is on the issue. Put the troops where the pressing border is. That's why I encourage you to vote this proposal through. It is the solution to all of our problems. I can guarantee you that we will have a safe border if this proposal goes through, and I yield the remainder of my time to the chair.